Hello everyone. Today I want to introduce my purpose in teaching. My purpose in teaching is to help my students foster a love of learning for academic and emotional growth in order to be a confident and independently thinking person in this high-technique era. So I divide my purpose into five components of expertise that I need to develop in order to achieve my purpose. They are fostering a love of learning, leading knowledge growth, including students' worth, increasing social responsibility, and helping students adapt to this high-technique era. The first component of expertise is fostering students a love of learning. I believe education is an initial curiosity that lies at the heart of every human nature. Moreover, we are remarkable species with the ability to think beyond ourselves. And schools are true learning communities and also a wonderful and vivid and exciting place to learn. So schools and teachers should have the response to keep and foster this human nature for our students. And according to my research, there are three related strategies in these components of expertise. The first strategy is providing activities that helping students to participate in realistic representations of historic events and realistic portrayal of historic figures, and which lies clear images and descriptive details of historic events. And the second one is providing students with opportunities for social interaction, hand-on experience with finished products, and physical movement. The third one is provide opportunities that allow students to perceive a sense of control in their learning activities. The last one is making learning content related to students' needs, goals, interests, values, and experience. And the second component of expertise is leading students' knowledge growth. Teachers should transfer knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and habits to kids through storytelling, discussion, teaching, training, and research in order to help students understand more about this world, which is a basic requirement for teachers and education. As Sherman says, those who can do, those who understand teach. And he also introduces the notion of pedagogical content knowledge, which is also called PCK. PCK is a type of knowledge that is unique to teachers and is based on manners in which teachers relate their pedagogical knowledge, which means what they know about teaching, and to their subject matter knowledge, which means what they know about what they teach. And Sherman also provides several key elements of pedagogical for PCK. The first one is knowledge of representations of subject matter. The second one is understanding of students' conceptions of the subject and learning and teaching implications that were associated with a specific subject matter. And the last one is general pedagogical knowledge or teaching strategies, which is a base knowledge for teaching. It includes curriculum knowledge, knowledge of educational context, and knowledge of the purpose of education. And according to my research, there are three related methods to develop PCK. The first one is PCK is deeply rooted in a teacher's everyday work. It encompasses valuable theory learned during teachers' preparation, and experience gained from ongoing schooling activities. The second one is development of PCK is influenced by factors related to teacher's personal background and by the context in which he or she works. And the last one is PCK is deeply rooted in the experience and assets of students and also their families and communities. And the third component of expertise is including students' voice into classroom. With the Chinese education background, I know the most significant drawback of our education results is that students are lack of confidence to impress themselves and what they know. So I really desire to help young people to find the best ways to express themselves and ensure that they have the education to know what is they want to express. In addition, students in the 21st century need opportunities to build the key skills and ability to and citizens that also enable them to act autonomously and flourish in their future life. Education as an institution is charged with protection and care of children and their rights. Therefore, educators should respect and advocate for the children's right to participate in educational decision making through student voice. And student voice means that students as subjects actively involved in their own and others' education, classroom learning, participation in school governments, and active citizenship in the school or community. From my research, there are three strategies direct to including students' voice in teaching. The first one is start by assessing the culture of class or school. Student voice is dependent on an environment that values the sharing of various perspectives. It starts by being ready to talk with and listen to students. For example, collecting feedback through conversations and interactions with students and brought the feedback to colleagues for further decision. Periodically holding conversation designed to assess how to carry out our school mission, and then students see that their feedback made a difference through our follow-up actions, so that teachers and schools could receive a lot of feedback on strengths and needing improvements, such as curriculum, school awards, and building changes to make it a more student-friendly space. And the second one is practice the soft skills that students need so that they may develop the confidence to use their voice. Developing voice must be present in all aspects of class or school, from curriculum to activities to events. Curriculum and classroom pedagogy should give students opportunities to ask critical questions such as, who does this knowledge affect? How does it affect stakeholders and the greater society? Whose voice are being heard and whose are not? Through these types of questions, students are asked to challenge what they learn. And by providing students with regular opportunities to practice these skills in everyday learning life, it gives them the confidence to use these skills as leaders within the larger school community or further workplace and society. And the last one is create opportunities for student involvement in all aspects of school. A co-curricular with program with special considerations to make all activities accessible to all students is essential, such as student government. And the fourth component of expertise is directing students' increased social responsibility. School is a mini society which has boundless energy and a capacity for collaboration, in empathy and sympathy and selflessness, which is getting kids ready for the future and bigger society. So, schools and teachers should provide social and emotional learning. As Alice defined SEL as a process of acquiring core competencies to recognize and manage emotions, set and achieve positive goals, appreciate the perspectives of teachers, establish and maintain positive relationships, make responsible decisions, and handle interpersonal situations constructively. Within school context, SEL programming incorporates two coordinated sets of educational strategies to enhance school performance and youth development. The first involves instruction in procession, integrating and selectively applying social and emotion skills in developmentally and contextually and culturally appropriate ways. And the second, SEL programming fosters students' social emotional development through establishing safe, caring learning environments involving peer and family initiatives, improved classroom management and teaching practices, and whole school community building activities. And the last component of expertise is helping students adapt to this high-tech era. Over the past few decades, there is a revolution in education. Schools tend to use mobile devices in school. Obviously, this kind of global design for cutting-edge learning method make classroom and learning progress modern and colorful. Students will be attracted by educational applications and mobile learning. As a computer teacher for primary school, in a primary school, it is my mission to promote M-learning for my students to increase their ability. Mobile learning is the delivery of learning, education, or learning support on mobile phones, PDAs, or tablets, which has provided the ability for traditional learning to break out of the classroom setting and for students to learn anywhere. The four main features of M-learning. The first one, there are four main features of M-learning. The first one is accessibility, which means accessing to learn opportunities, experts, and other learners. With the out of control of space or times. And the second one is immediacy, which contains on-demand learning, real-time communication, and data sharing, situated learning. Also, break out the space and time. And the third one is individualized, which means bite-sized learning on familiar devices and promote active learning and a more personalized experience. And the last one is intelligence, which means advanced features make learning richer through context-aware features, data capture, and multimedia. And the last one is how does M-learning improve learning progress? It's based on three aspects. The first one is M-learning could increase micro-learning for students. Micro-learning is a series of industrial design that suggests that people learn more effectively if information is delivered in small units that are easy to understand and apply. As a teaching method, it implies breaking contents into small teaching units and delivering them with a modified space and timing. The characteristic of learning are using smaller connected mobile devices independently of classroom time and space to a macro learning perspective of content development and delivery. M-learning contains multimedia learning, the use of video for macro teaching and broad industrial delivery has been common practice for many years. Nowadays, mobile, digital recording devices, and portable projects have made this method more accessible to teachers. Short videos and audio can be transferred through mobile data network or transferred manually between future phones, increasing the possibility for effectively using video for individual and peer learning. Approaching and learning from the perspective of mobile multimedia opens up possibility of virtual mentoring and rich multimedia distance learning as an alternative to traditional forms of open and distant learning. M-learning the last one is M-learning could promote measurement of learning. There are many ways to carry out students' assessment, from short lesson level quizzes to large standardized tests, which should be conducted. The challenge is making use of the results in an effective and efficient time frame. Traditional teaching and learning environments like those often encountered and benefit from mobile forms of mastery, checking that all allow in time, viewing of individual learners' results, and presenting these results in simple and easy to understand graphic. The power of mobile computing allows traditional data mining and data analytics to provide simple insights on student performance and teaching strategies. And this is my references. And this is all of my presentation. Thank you.